It's ornament season again, and you have time to make one of these if you hurry. Just cut this shape out of a block of wood, or something similar to it. Resaw it on the bandsaw if you can. You get two of them, and then they intersect. I used a white stain to get this one to look this way. It's not done yet, I still have some fine tuning, but you get the idea. Okay, let me show you some real quick tricks and tips and where I've been, and then I gotta go because I'm in a hurry. Okay, this will be like tip time turbo round. Excuse the mess, but I wasn't expecting company. The best cleanser that you've never used, dump out Windex because it's garbage and replace it with 1 part Blue Dawn. That's not an advertisement, but it's the highest rated, even though it's too overpriced to usually buy. It's good for this cleanser. It's still cost efficient. Mix it. Okay, wait, from the top. 1 part Blue Dawn, 1 part vinegar, and 1 part H2O. That's water for the lay people. Shake to thicken. Put it on your greasy substance and then rinse away after a couple minutes. Use it for your shower all over the place. I use it everywhere. What's this? Splash guard. Make a splash guard for your laundry sink and it will keep the back wall nice and clean. This, old garden hose. Cut off the female end, install to your utility thing, reduce splashing and increase convenience by like 800%. Okay, on to the next thing. If you're using drywall mud to refinish, as I've been doing for the last month or so, it's much easier to get in and out of your bucket if you cut 4 of the tabs off. Leave 4 intact, cut every other off. It still stays airtight and it won't dry out. As I've said, I kept this bucket alive for well over a month. Alright, I will address and explain this clamptastrophe here in just a moment, but first I have to address the razor blade. I was going to make a just the tip video for this because it's so good, but c'est la vie. So this setup is for cutting something very thin. It's just a plastic paint bucket. So only the tip of the razor blade becomes worn, and you can restore a razor blade when you're just making superficial cuts by just breaking off the tip, and then it's sharp again. And now this razor blade gets clamped in place over this wooden block, and it's just proud a little bit so as to minimize its deflection, like its flex as I apply pressure on it. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So I'm turning these old paint cans into these, which are wonderful for mixing mud, mortar, and etc. Because if you make it 5 inches from stem to stern, it works wonderfully with a margin trowel. And in order to make the cut, I just turn the can like this along the razor blade. Alright, that should be scored deep enough. Or not. It was a recycled blade. But blade recycling does work, I promise you, so give it a try. I'm being hasty because I'm in a hurry. As to where I've been, I made like an hour-long video explaining all of that, and I still didn't post it because I haven't been taking the time to do any editing. But I'll try to post it. Maybe it will be chronologically out of order, but it will give a better explanation as to why I've been so negligent. This clamp I should have taken the rubber off of because it doesn't want to stay put. Advanced clamping, you usually consider the way the clamp moves and how it will bind against other clamps and other things in the vicinity. There we go. I gave it a wash and got most of the paint out of it. And this one even comes with an attractive little basket. You could use this to bring some Christmas eggs over to Grandma's, or some spaghetti monster meatballs, or whatever it is that you want to do. Well, as I was saying, the video that I tried to upload, it was, I think, like an hour long, so I'm going to have to break it into parts because for whatever reason I lack the technical proficiency to upload videos of that length. Files that large are cumbersome to work with, especially when you're working in high definition stuff. I mean, that's look at what's on screen here. That's a lot of information. So, believe it or not, I still use Movie Maker, a free video editing program, and I would like to upgrade, but I really just am not interested. It's not that important to me. But maybe in the future I will. I also need to upgrade my computer. But in the meantime, since I'm using free programming or software, it's not so easy to deal with complicated films. So, stay tuned. I didn't give up yet. I've just been doing other things, and I'll explain if I upload the other part. So, see you later. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your tips and advice.